first down. Lock. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin, looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down.
Working out of the gun. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 8 and a first down. Here's Locke to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. From the gun, it's Locke. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
They'll run now with Gaskin. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 41, Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's 3rd and short. Shotgun snap to Locke. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big run there by Jones. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Thrown away and incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second and 10 now. Wilson out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And across the track in the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. K.J. Hamler with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rosas set to kick off.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Lock now on first down. And that is is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Lock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 20-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Check safety. He's coming.
On 1st down, Wilson buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Eluding the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Ferguson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brings up 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
A 37-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 30-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Niners 17. Bills nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
It's the 49ers out in front. front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Wilson. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Rosas' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Gaskin on the carry. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to get the football at the 30 27-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Wilson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers had 6 to their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Niners 27, Bills nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll start with the option. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. Ball gets to them quickly.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 49ers.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore.
Come on with it, man.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Drew Lock taking it in. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
This is miserable.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this team just continues to win football games. They're well on their way to another victory here. And that 16-0 season starting to come into focus. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Wilson. Flush to his right. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and that's been a real issue for them during this game.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Here's Wilson throwing again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game. And my goodness, another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Down back at the 36-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
That's to his running back, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Again, Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. To throw again is Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And the Bills are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Gaskin. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Gaskin. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the gun, it's Locke. He'll find Aguara complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. I got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Get in the way. Get in the way. 10's the Mike. 10's the Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Flushed out right. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Justin Matabuke. Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
Third down here.
Come on, get it together.
Wilson will throw again. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's